Saturday morning, early but not too early, early for a Saturday. Heading out to pick up Steve for the conference. Waiting to catch the train. And we're moving. Getting off the train in Toronto.
Every property independent of one another. We've even gone as far as building support now. We're going to give you a couple more eases than we had before. So we're pretty excited about this feature. All right, so what else do we have? Let me close this. Right here on the stage. But obviously, I can animate it right here, but what else can we do? Well, if I select this, and I'll very quickly, I'm just going to my property inspector, I'm going to just check this little box right here. It says enable at runtime. Okay, now what you see in here, this is the SWIFT, right? I didn't have to write a
presented to users. So the first set of solutions are to help enable the task of wireframe. So for information architects and interaction designers, that will provide drawing and editing tools that will allow people to draw basic.
More than just moving the waveform. Because when you imagine you have some waveform like this, or a jump from +1 to -1, it's very clear that this is a very high frequency, that the membrane at the end is making a huge velocity to reach this, and this is actually high frequency. So when you smooth it, you slow down the movement, and that's actually everything you have to know. So when it goes
and get resolved in air over time, but there's easy workarounds for all of those little issues. But for the most part, 98% of the APIs are completely cross-platform and work exactly the same. The last note on tools, specifically, there are a lot of ways to build their applications.
I'll show you one at a time. If we go to FLA, here we have pretty much the same code as before, except this time we're adding a drag value to our particle, 0.96. And if we look at our particle code here, the update function, one of the things it does is multiply the x and y velocity by that drag value. So it will slow down this, but just notice you're getting a little bit, so again have a control, I'm kind of rushing that, so I'm getting a little short on time. But another really nice
So much that I have to go through a proxy, is that I have to go through an XML proxy.
Yeah.
Because it's so slow.
Yeah, exactly. So like it's like it's running all of the courses and you just setting the data.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Nicholas. Now I gotta learn Hackney.
No, you don't need to because you're just using that for the software layer. You can use an HTML.
Is there a limitation number of players at one time?
I think it's...
Actually, don't stop. Just keep going. Keep making way cool shit, man.
Yeah, because it's not very responsive.
I think it...
I'm so inspired by all you guys doing all this crazy stuff. Yes, finally.
He's not bitchy.
You're very empowering. I hope you know that. You have a very empowering presence.
Something different every time you click it. Sometimes it looks really good, and sometimes the vines just kind of take off and you don't get anything. So, another thing I do is I said I use this a lot for optimization.
Again, this is a Flex application, and it's on air. Basically, you saw some of the formulas I was just using. You can make strange factors using any of these formulas. You get a little preview here. You can spin these around in 3D. X and Y axis. And then you can start adjusting the parameters. You find all kinds of different shapes here. And everything's here with the size. And you can kind of pan around on them, or zoom in on them, zoom out. Then, when you get something you like, you change the colors, background colors, and put a little fog in there.
And basically all you need to know is draw your vectors into a canvas, using the drawing API or placing sprites or whatever. And then you just you have a bitmap data object sitting around, you just do bitmap data.draw, and it's going to, rasterize that canvas.
So are Canadian geese just geese in Canada?